When you think of wealth in Colorado, you think of Aspen, fur coats on Main Street, $50 million ski chalets, celebrities stepping off private jets at Sardi Field. And yes, Aspen has money. Pitkin County has the second highest per capita income of any county in America, and the median home value is over $2.3 million. 39 billionaires own property there. But here's what that Aspen reputation obscures. Most of those billionaires don't actually live in Aspen. They visit. They own vacation homes. They fly in for a week in January, ski, eat at Matsuhisa, and fly back to wherever they really live. Aspen is a resort. The truly wealthy people in Colorado, the ones who built their fortunes here and raised their families here, live in places that look nothing like a ski town. They live in quiet suburbs south of Denver, with horse trails instead of sidewalks. They live on ranches so large they span multiple counties. And they live in a tiny town of 1,800 people that most Coloradans couldn't find on a map. Colorado has at least 14 billionaires. The richest is Philip Anschutz, worth roughly $19 billion, who made his fortune across oil, railroads, telecom, and entertainment. He owns the Anschutz Entertainment Group, which controls over 70 arenas and concert venues worldwide, plus the NHL's LA Kings and 2 5-star resorts, including the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs and Sea Island in Georgia. Behind him is Charles Ergen, the founder of Dish Network, worth around $17 billion. Then John Malone, the cable cowboy, worth nearly $11 billion, who sold TCI to AT&T for over $50 billion and is the largest private landowner in the entire United States. These are not Aspen people. These are Denver, Elizabeth, and Englewood people. And the communities they've chosen tell a very different story about where Colorado's wealth actually lives. Let's start with the community that consistently ranks as the wealthiest in the state and one of the wealthiest in the entire country. Cherry Hills Village. Cherry Hills Village sits about 10 miles south of downtown Denver in Arapahoe County. It covers roughly 6 square miles. The population is around 6,500. The average household income is nearly $487,000, which makes it the richest city in Colorado by a wide margin. Bloomberg has repeatedly ranked it among the top 5 wealthiest communities in America, peaking at 3rd in 2019. The area's history explains why it became what it is. In the early 1900s, wealthy Denver families began building country estates south of the city, drawn by the rolling terrain, creek-fed land, and views of the Front Range. By the 1920s and 30s, prominent architects like Merrill Hoyt and the Fisher brothers were designing Tudor Revival and colonial mansions on multi-acre lots that felt like English country manners transplanted to Colorado. In 1939, residents formed the Cherry Hills Improvement Association, specifically to fight commercial development. They took the battle all the way to the Colorado Supreme Court and won, establishing a legal precedent that the community could restrict development to protect its character. To this day, Cherry Hills Village has almost no commercial presence, no strip malls, no chain restaurants, one very small retail center. That's it. The centerpiece of the community is the Cherry Hills Country Club, which has hosted 3 U.S. Open championships, 2 PGA championships, and the U.S. Women's Open. Dwight Eisenhower was a member. Arnold Palmer's famous drink, the Arnold Palmer, was reportedly popularized there after his 1960 tournament victory. The course is one of the most prestigious in the western United States. The residents match the address. John Elway lives in Cherry Hills Village. Peyton Manning bought a $4.58 million estate when he signed with the Denver Broncos. Russell Wilson and his wife Ciara purchased a $25 million mansion here after Wilson was traded to Denver, complete with an indoor pool and a full-size basketball court. Former Broncos coach Mike Shanahan, NHL legend Joe Sakic, and PGA golfer David Duval have all called Cherry Hills home. But it's not just athletes. The village is full of CEOs, energy executives, and old Colorado money that goes back generations. What makes Cherry Hills distinct from other wealthy communities is its commitment to feeling rural. The city maintains 47 acres of parks and 25 miles of trails, a quarter of them unpaved. Several parks have designated bridle paths and parking for horse trailers. Many residents ride horses directly from their backyards into the trail network. The Village Club has offered riding lessons, tennis, and swimming for over 4 decades. Despite being 20 minutes from downtown Denver and 30 minutes from Denver International Airport, Cherry Hills feels like you've driven an hour into the countryside. Now, right next door to Cherry Hills is a community even smaller and even less well-known, Columbine Valley. Population, roughly 1,800. Median household income, around $249,000. Average home price, $1.66 million. Columbine Valley was recently named the richest small town in Colorado. It sits about 12 miles from downtown Denver and offers essentially the same profile as Cherry Hills Village. Large lot estates, no commercial district, total residential quiet, but at a slightly smaller scale. This is the kind of place where wealth is so concentrated and the population so small that the community barely registers on most lists. It doesn't try to attract anyone. It doesn't need to. If breakdowns like this are your thing, subscribe. We cover the wealthiest hidden communities in every state. Now let's talk about a man who might be the most interesting billionaire in Colorado. And the place he chose to live says everything about what real wealth looks like in this state. John Malone is worth roughly $11 billion. He earned the nickname the Cable Cowboy for his role in building TCI into one of the largest cable companies in America before selling it to AT&T for over $50 billion. He holds a doctorate from Johns Hopkins and sits on the boards of multiple major corporations. He is also the largest private landowner in the United States, controlling over 2.2 million acres across multiple states. That's more land than the entire state of Delaware. Malone doesn't live in Aspen. He doesn't live in Cherry Hills Village. He lives in Elizabeth, Colorado. Elizabeth is a small town in Elbert County, about 40 miles southeast of Denver. The population is around 1,500. It's ranch country, wide open grassland, horses, cattle, and sky that stretches from horizon to horizon. There are no luxury boutiques, no five-star restaurants, just land. And for someone who owns more of it than any other private citizen in the country, that's exactly the point. Malone's choice of Elizabeth illustrates something fundamental about Colorado wealth. The richest people in this state don't necessarily want to be surrounded by other rich people. They want space. They want mountains in one direction and plains in the other. They want to own the horizon line. That's a very different relationship with wealth than what you find in Florida or New Jersey, where the appeal is proximity and exclusivity. In Colorado, the ultimate luxury is emptiness. Now let's move to the South Denver suburbs, because there's a cluster of wealthy communities here that most people outside Colorado have never heard of. Greenwood Village sits in the Denver Tech Center corridor and has become one of the state's most affluent addresses. The Preserve, a gated enclave within Greenwood Village, features custom-built homes on expansive lots, with prices ranging from $2 million to $6 million. The area attracts executives and professionals who want proximity to the DTC's corporate offices while living behind gates in a community that feels miles from the office parks. Castle Pines, just south of Greenwood Village in Douglas County, was named Colorado's richest small town by Realtor.com. It has a population of around 16,000 and a median income of nearly $190,000. The community has 60 miles of trails, 122 acres of parks, and over 1,800 acres of open space. Castle Pines was only incorporated in 2008, making it one of the newest cities in Colorado, but it already ranks among the wealthiest. The Castle Pines Golf Club, a Jack Nicklaus-designed course, has hosted multiple PGA Tour events and was, for years, one of the most exclusive private clubs in the state. Then there's the mountain town angle, and this is where Colorado's wealth story gets interesting, because the money isn't just in Aspen. Vail is home to some of the most expensive real estate in the state, with median home values approaching $2 million. Telluride in the San Juan Mountains attracts a quieter, more privacy-oriented crowd of wealthy buyers. Steamboat Springs, further north, is where venture capitalist Mark Stevens lives. Stevens, who was a partner at Sequoia Capital during their investments in Google, PayPal, and LinkedIn, is worth around $8 billion. He chose Steamboat over Aspen, which tells you something about the kind of wealth that prefers authenticity over spectacle. Even Boulder plays a role. Kimball Musk, Elon's brother, lives there. Cargill McMillan III, heir to the Cargill agricultural fortune, lives there. Boulder attracts a specific flavor of wealthy resident: the tech entrepreneur, the impact investor, the founder who sold a company for 9 figures and now wants to live near hiking trails and farm-to-table restaurants while quietly running a family office. And then there's one of the most Colorado-specific billionaire stories you'll ever hear. Terry Loprino lives in Denver and is worth roughly $1.3 billion. His fortune comes from mozzarella cheese. His company, Loprino Foods, is the largest mozzarella producer in the world, supplying Pizza Hut, Domino's, and Papa John's. Every time you eat a slice from one of those chains, the cheese was almost certainly made by a billionaire in Denver. That's the kind of understated, non-flashy wealth that defines Colorado. So what's the pattern? Colorado's wealthiest people don't cluster on one island or behind one gate. They spread out. Some are in Cherry Hills Village, riding horses on unpaved trails 10 miles from downtown Denver. Some are on ranches in Elizabeth, owning more land than most people can comprehend. Some are in mountain towns, but not the mountain towns you'd expect. And some are making cheese. The state has at least 14 billionaires and a growing population of tech wealth, energy wealth, and inherited agricultural fortunes. But the unifying thread is that Colorado money doesn't want to be seen. It wants to look out the window and see the Rockies, or the plains, or a creek running through the backyard. It wants space between itself and everything else. The most valuable real estate in Colorado isn't about square footage. It's about the view from the porch and how far away the next house is. Aspen is where rich people go on vacation. Cherry Hills Village, Elizabeth, and the quiet suburbs south of Denver are where rich people actually live.